Hello everyone, and welcome back to English for Tech Professionals. In today's video, we're going to simulate a real job interview for a backend software developer at an intermediate level, completely in English. This video will help you understand common backend interview questions, learn how to structure your answers, improve your technical English and confidence. Let's start the interview.
Good morning. Thank you for being here today. Let's begin with a simple question. Can you tell me about yourself and your experience as a backend developer?
Sure. My name is Daniel Carter, and I'm a backend software developer with around 4 years of experience. I mainly work with server-side development, building APIs, and business logic for web applications. My experience includes working with Python and Node.js, relational databases, and RESTful services. I enjoy backend development because I like solving complex problems and designing systems that are scalable and reliable.
Which backend technologies and tools do you usually work with?
I usually work with Python using frameworks like Django or Flask, and Node.js with Express. I have experience designing REST APIs, handling authentication, and integrating databases. For databases, I mostly use PostgreSQL and MySQL, and I'm familiar with writing optimized queries. I also use Git for version control and have basic experience with cloud platforms.
Can you describe a performance or database-related problem you solved?
Yes, in one project, the API responses were very slow due to inefficient database queries. I analyzed the queries, added proper indexes, and reduced unnecessary joins. I also refactored part of the backend logic to reduce repeated database calls. After these changes, the API response time improved significantly.
How do you ensure code quality in backend development?
I focus on writing clean and readable code, following consistent structure and naming conventions. I also break logic into smaller functions to make the code easier to test and maintain. Whenever possible, I write unit tests and participate in code reviews. Feedback from other developers helps improve the quality of the system.
How do you usually handle errors and debugging in backend systems?
I try to handle errors gracefully and always return clear error messages from the API. For debugging, I use logs and monitoring tools to understand what's happening in production. I also make sure sensitive information is never exposed in error responses. Good error handling helps both developers and users.
How do you work with front-end developers and other team members?
I believe communication is essential. I try to document APIs clearly and discuss requirements before implementation. When issues happen, I talk directly with the front-end team to find solutions together. I see back-end and front-end as partners, not separate roles.
How comfortable are you working in English?
I work in English on a daily basis, especially when reading documentation and writing code. In meetings, I may not speak perfectly, but I communicate clearly and ask questions when needed. My confidence has improved a lot with practice.
How do you continue learning backend development?
I learn through a mix of practice and study. I read documentation, follow technical blogs, and build personal projects. I also learn a lot by reviewing code written by other developers. Backend development is always evolving, so learning never stops.
What are your career goals as a backend developer?
In the next few years, I want to become a stronger backend engineer, working on more complex systems. I'm interested in system design, scalability, and cloud architecture. I also want to improve my communication skills and help junior developers when possible.
Do you have any questions for us?
Yes, I do. I'd like to know more about the backend architecture and how the team handles scalability. I'm also interested in learning how the company supports professional growth.
And that brings us to the end of today's interview simulation. This was a backend developer job interview, intermediate level, focused on clear and professional English. Remember, structure your answers, focus on backend concepts, speak clearly, not perfectly. If this video helped you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with other backend developers preparing for interviews. Thank you for watching English for Tech Professionals. I'll see you in the next video. Keep learning and keep building.